Did you know that in some countries, a wife can be bought for as little as $5? Welcome to a journey across 8 nations where marriage has taken on a whole new meaning. From bustling markets in Bulgaria to the streets of Egypt, we're about to uncover the shocking truth behind commodified marriages. Poverty, dowries, and dreams of a better life. Our journey takes us to Egypt, where temporary marriages blur the line between love and economics. How much would you pay for a chance at a better life? For many Egyptian families, the answer is around $2,000, the average dowry in a country struggling with widespread poverty. Egypt, a land of ancient wonders and modern challenges, faces a stark reality. Over 30% of its population lives below the poverty line. This economic hardship has given rise to a complex and controversial practice: temporary marriages arranged primarily for financial benefits. In rural areas especially, families grapple with providing for their children, leading to decisions that prioritize immediate financial gain over long-term stability. These temporary unions, often facilitated through dowries averaging $2,000, represent a lifeline for many impoverished families. The allure of such a substantial sum can be overwhelming, when daily survival is a constant struggle. However, this practice comes at a significant cost, particularly for the women involved. Despite the existence of protective laws, loopholes in the system allow these temporary marriages to occur. The consequences can be devastating for the women who find themselves divorced and without a stable future once their temporary husbands return home. This cycle perpetuates a system where women's futures are traded for short-term financial relief. The situation in Egypt highlights a broader issue: the intersection of poverty and gender inequality. In a society where patriarchal norms still hold sway, women often find themselves with limited rights and fewer opportunities for personal and professional growth. This reality has led many Egyptian women to seek a different path: marriage to Western men. For these women, the prospect of marrying a foreigner represents more than just financial security. It's seen as an escape route from a system that often limits their freedoms and opportunities. The dream of a life abroad where they might enjoy greater autonomy and equal rights becomes a powerful motivator. However, this trend raises important questions about the nature of marriage and the price of freedom. Are these unions based on love, or are they simply another form of economic transaction? And what are the long-term consequences for both the individuals involved and Egyptian society as a whole? The situation in Egypt serves as a stark reminder of how economic pressures can shape personal relationships and life decisions. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, intertwining cultural traditions, economic realities, and individual aspirations. As we explore this phenomenon, it's crucial to remember that behind every statistic and every arranged marriage is a human story. These are real people making difficult choices in challenging circumstances, often driven by a desire for a better life, not just for themselves, but for their families as well. When supply and demand affect love. While some seek marriage for financial security, others face a different challenge entirely. Imagine a place where finding a local partner is so difficult that people are willing to search halfway across the world. In Latvia, this isn't just imagination, it's reality. Welcome to Latvia, a country where the quest for love has taken an unexpected turn due to a striking demographic imbalance. With approximately 117 women for every 100 men, Latvia's gender disparity has transformed the nation's approach to relationships and marriage. This unique situation has led to a fascinating trend. An increasing number of Latvian women are looking beyond their borders for potential life partners. The impact of this gender imbalance on Latvia's marriage dynamics is profound. In 2023, around 650 fiancé visas were approved, indicating a strong interest from foreign marrying Latvian women. But what makes Latvian women so appealing to these international suitors? Known for their beauty and skills, Latvian women are often described as tall, with an impressive average height of 5'7", and boast high literacy rates. These attributes, combined with the country's gender imbalance, have created a unique marriage market that extends far beyond Latvia's borders. However, it's not just about numbers and physical attributes. Economic factors play a significant role in this international love story. The average monthly salary in Latvia is around $1,400, which is lower than in many Western European countries. This economic disparity contributes to the appeal of marrying foreign partners, who often come from countries with higher living standards and better economic opportunities. For many Latvian women, the prospect of marrying a foreigner represents more than just financial security. It's seen as a pathway to new experiences, different cultures, and potentially greater opportunities for personal and professional growth. However, this trend raises important questions about the nature of these unions. Are they based on genuine connections, or are economic factors the primary driving force? The costs associated with these international marriages are not insignificant. The process of obtaining a fiancé visa and arranging an international marriage can range from $4,000 to $6,000. This substantial investment underscores the seriousness with which both parties approach these unions, but it also highlights the economic disparities that often underpin them. As we shift our focus to South Korea, we encounter a different yet equally intriguing demographic challenge. The country is grappling with a drastically low birth rate of just 0.78 children per woman, leading to significant societal shifts. This demographic crisis has had a profound impact on marriage trends, with many Korean women now seeking partners abroad. In South Korea, the average cost for a marriage involving a foreign bride can exceed $10,000, a figure that reflects both the economic realities of international marriages and the value placed on these unions in Korean society. But it's not just about economics. Many Korean families are encouraging their daughters to find men who offer equality, often looking beyond their borders to do so. Korean women, like their Latvian counterparts, are often regarded for their beauty. Described as doll-like due to features such as large eyes and flawless skin, they embody beauty standards highly valued in Korean culture. However, many are opting out of traditional marriage driven by a desire for more egalitarian relationships and concerns about traditional gender roles in Korean society. These trends in Latvia and South Korea illustrate how demographic shifts can reshape traditional notions of marriage across cultures. They highlight the complex interplay between population dynamics, economic factors, and changing social norms in the modern world of relationships. From $35 to $50,000. As we shift our focus from demographic challenges to economic realities, a startling question emerges. How much would you pay for a wife? In some countries, it's less than you might spend on a week's groceries. In others, it rivals the cost of a small house. What do these price tags really mean? And how do they impact love and marriage across different societies? Welcome to the complex world of marriage economics, where love and finance intertwine in unexpected ways. Across the globe, the cost of arranging a marriage varies dramatically, reflecting a mix of cultural traditions, economic conditions, and societal pressures. Let's start with India, where marriages can be arranged for as little as $35 in some regions. This surprisingly low figure isn't just a reflection of economic conditions. It's deeply rooted in cultural practices that have persisted for generations. However, it's important to note that this price can vary significantly depending on the specific region and the families involved. Now, let's journey to China, where the concept of bride price takes on a whole new meaning. Here, the cost of arranging a marriage averages around $2,000, but in wealthier areas it can soar to over $50,000. This staggering price tag is largely driven by a unique demographic challenge. China has 34 million more men than women. This gender imbalance has created intense competition among men seeking brides, driving up the cost of marriage in many areas. The situation in China highlights how population dynamics can have a profound impact on marriage practices. With so many men competing for a limited number of potential brides, families of women often find themselves in a position to demand higher bride prices. This practice, while rooted in tradition, has become more pronounced due to the country's demographic challenges. Moving to South Korea, we encounter yet another perspective on the economics of marriage. Here, the financial commitments involved in marriages often exceed $10,000. This high cost reflects not just economic factors, but also cultural expectations around marriage ceremonies and the establishment of a new household. Interestingly, despite these high costs, many South Korean women are seeking partners abroad. This trend is driven by a desire for more egalitarian relationships and dissatisfaction with traditional gender roles in Korean society. It's a powerful reminder that the true cost of marriage isn't just financial, it's also measured in personal freedom and equality. These wildly varying costs across different countries reveal much about the intersection of culture, economics, and personal relationships. In societies where arranged marriages are common, the financial aspect of marriage often takes on greater significance. The exchange of money or goods becomes a symbolic representation of the union between families, not just individuals. However, it's crucial to recognize that these practices can have profound impacts on individuals, particularly women. In some cases, high bride prices can lead to debt for the groom's family or create pressure on the bride to prove her worth. On the other hand, very low costs might reflect a devaluation of women's contributions to marriage and society. The economics of marriage also highlight broader issues of gender equality and economic opportunity. In many cases, women may seek marriages that offer financial security or the chance for a better life abroad. This reality underscores the importance of creating societies where all individuals have equal opportunities for education, employment, and personal growth. As we consider these varying marriage costs, it's important to remember that they reflect complex cultural and economic realities. They're not simply price tags on love, but rather indicators of deeper societal values and challenges. From the $35 marriages in parts of India to the $50,000 unions in wealthy Chinese regions, each price point tells a story about the society it comes from.